Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode of the MonsterCast podcast with me, Mason Paul, and Cameron Miguez. How are you doing today, Cam?
Yeah, son of a bitch. Apparently, I'm getting all choked up. I'm very emotional getting ready to start this episode. Good Lord. Yeah, I'm good. All right. So, welcome, everybody. Now that I'm alive or live, whatever. I apologize. Apparently, we had some technical difficulties first going live. The screen was green rather than showing our sponsors' ads, so we may have to replay them at the end of the episode to fix that. But otherwise, hi, Mason. How are you tonight?
Doing pretty good, minus that small error. Make sure that that's fixed. I didn't see anything like that on my end, but make sure that we'll be better in the future here.
Through my phone, that's the way it looked. But like I said, we'll remedy that. But
Gotcha.
Other than that, how's it going?
Pretty good. Just finished a few days ago doing the first few, at least portions of the Monsterama event that they did in Atlanta 2016. It was pretty fun. I couldn't make racing, but I was able to do two-wheel and freestyle. It was interesting seeing all these other people that maybe I have met and people I still have yet to meet just kind of come together and do like an online event and come together in times like these. And it was actually pretty cool. Joey McLean actually won the overall, which I believe is Kristen's little brother. So it was cool seeing him whipping everybody's asses.
Well, so now you say you couldn't make racing. So did you have problems in intros? I mean, lose a motor. What happened in the virtual world that you couldn't make racing?
I missed the driver's meeting. I wasn't in the truck when intros were going. So then Mason, I had to mark it up.
Mason, it's a video thing. You're never in the truck.
Thought we're just going with the joke here, but my bad. Oh, well, the short answer is I just wasn't there for racing.
Couldn't get that porn site to go away enough. Had to get rid of the virus for the video feed. Is that what happened?
Something like that.
All right. So enough of that shit. Well, some other stuff. The world is starting to come back in monster trucks. There's some shows actually starting to happen. Kind of excited. We can see light at the end of the tunnel finally. This weekend, Checkered Flag, No Limits Monster Trucks. Going to be up in Kalispell, Montana. Ought to be a hell of a show. Got Bigfoot and Obsession and Obsessed, and I believe the Groff twin, Troublemaker, Double Trouble are up there. So that ought to be a really good show. And then Monster X is over in Gillette, Wyoming. Going to have Throttle Monsters, got all four of their trucks in that show, so that ought to be a cool show. That's all I know of off the top of my head. Maybe there's one or two other ones going somewhere that I don't know about, but if you guys watching know of any shows happening in the next few weeks, hit us up, message us, and we'll talk about them on here and pimp everybody. At this point, we're trying to help everybody get back up and going, ready to see trucks start rolling down the track. Joey Sylvester's got his big deal, the Outlaw Monster Drags, coming up here pretty soon with the Fight TV, I believe, or Flight TV. Did I screw that up?
No, I'm pretty sure it's Fight, F-I-T-E.
Yeah, so that's coming up. Something else, you guys, we're all these guys doing podcasts. We're all taking care of each other. You guys, make sure you watch Crush This. Like last night, they had a really good episode with J.R. McNeil. But tomorrow night, they actually got Joey Sylvester going to be on talking about the Outlaw Monster Drags and the pay-per-view deal he's doing. So that'll be some cool stuff. So it's nice to see trucks up and rolling. 2 Extreme will be up and going here pretty soon. And we're finally starting to see it. So I'm excited. How about you?
Pretty excited myself. Finally able to see some shows, whether on my phone or eventually at a show. So be a good one.
Yeah. Well, has our guest graced ourselves with his presence yet?
I actually see him. He's popping up into something here. Why don't we go ahead and introduce him?
Let's bring you in Mr. Greg Winchenbach.
There he is.
Greg Winchenbach. What's up, my man? Can you hear us? Yeah, it's gonna be one of those nights.
Am I caller 7?
You are. You won the tickets to REO Speedwagon. Congratulations.
Oh, damn. I was trying to get that remake of the Polish Cannons by Dan Patrick's band in high school.
Oh,
Did I win this?
Yeah, the CD's on its way. You get a brand new cassette tape of that.
Ooh, I'm going to have to upgrade my 8-track.
Yeah,
All right.
It's time to upgrade the system.
Okay, yeah, that's great.
Go buy you a couple new Kraco 6x9s and let her rock.
Hey, that's awesome. I thought for a minute there, I thought you guys were telemarketers. And I was like, oh man, I've been trying to win this CD. Nice.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. You're the winner. Probably the first thing you've actually done in years.
Yeah, true. Yeah. You haven't been out in years.
Well, Mr. Winchenbach, welcome to the show. How are you, buddy?
I'm hot, tired. I mean, I need a haircut.
Yeah, well, you're definitely hot, but how's quarantine been up there in the old Great Northeast?
I'm still in it. It's right here. I'm quarantining. Right
Yeah.
in this. I haven't used it, so I might as well just sit in and quarantine myself.
Yeah. Just lock yourself in the truck and wish for better days, huh?
Right.
Well, normally we always start off by talking how your career began and all that good stuff, but we actually have a segment on here. The gentleman does this for us. A young man by the name of Christopher Allen has his fun fact of the week. So let's see what Christopher has to say about Greg Winchenbach.
Hi, Monster Truck fans. Christopher Allen, aka the Monster Truck Guru, is back again with another episode of Monster Truck Fact of the Week. This go around, it is about the owner and driver of the Monster Lobster Crustacean, Greg Winchenbach. After getting introduced to the sport and through Jesse Virginia playing for keeps, Greg helped out guys like Alan Tora and later drove WWF trucks for Calvin Carrington's team. In 1999, Greg bought his own chassis, but consistent work and familial holdups would leave the truck unfinished. That finally ended in 2009, 10 years after buying the original chassis, and the big tired, big clawed sensation known as Crustacean was born. The monster's identity originates from its home state of Maine. Throughout his career, fans would politely inquire Greg about his residence inspired by his accent. The answer conjured up images of cold weather and lobster. Greg, a former lobster fisherman by trade, surmised that a big lobster atop monster tires would generate publicity and bookings. He tried it, and the rest is history. For awesome monster truck show coverage all over the West, please check out Monster Truckin' with Jim and Chris on Facebook and Instagram. Thanks for watching. Please come back next week. Please like this page for new episodes, and remember, Monster Trucks forever!
Well, do you even remember half of that?
Wow, that's a long time, man. But that guy must have followed me around. He knew everything.
So, I mean, let's talk about that. I mean, go back to the days of helping other guys out, and what made you want to get into this?
Okay. Well, one, you guys know, I mean, trucks, boys, you know, that's how you get into it. Stupidity. Helping guys. I remember, man, we used to drive around New England, and anywhere there was a show, I tried to weasel my way back through the gate, you know, sneak in and then just pretend like I knew somebody and just showed up and maybe reach in the toolbox, hand them a screwdriver or something, and then it began from there. So I don't know, you know, what the guy said, it's right on. I mean, that's what I did. Is Jesse used to come up. He's the only one that really talked to me. So I started there at Honeywell Valley and some other places. And from there, you know, I started to meet the people, and then I could go with different guys. And then I got the chance to drive my first one. And then I worked for, like you said, Calvin. And Larry Birch was a big influence. He let me drive a lot for him. And then it was time to talk to Dan, and we bought a chassis and had to build a shop, you know, and then we finally got it going, and now it's what do we say, Stevie? 99 to what are we in 2020? Now we got a brand new one. I'm sitting in it right now. It ain't even put together yet. I mean, I don't know if this thing's working, if I know what I'm doing. I shouldn't be doing this, but it's going fast. Like I said, we just brought this home 3 weeks ago, Dan's, and so we know it's not going to be a 10-year wait. So unfortunately, Corona got us a year wait. So we got more time.
Well, so now I mean, obviously everybody knows you were a lobster fisherman, and that's what brought on the crustacean. But I mean, I don't know all the history of it. Was it always a lobster body, or was it a regular body, and then it with the name, and then it morphed, or who designed that body?
This truck always had that body. I did put you guys, everybody knows El Presidente Jeff Bursey. I did a display to help him out once with the truck is over there. I helped him out by doing a display, so I put a Caterpillar footwear body, I believe, on that truck. First body I put on it. And then it hit me one day. You know, people always associated Maine and lobsters and seafood. And it's like, no, this is time to not be brand loyal, so no Ford, Dodge, Chevy. And I had contacted a buddy of mine named Tom Bernardi, and he designed the mold. We took that truck down, started stuffing fiberglass in it, and then we made a mock-up chassis, and that's where it began. And 6 months later, I had my first body and a whole lot of money.
Well, so let's go back a little bit to the older days when I guess you were driving WWF trucks, and what was that all about?
That's a good question.
Or do you even remember?
I don't. I remember New England. I got with him, and he's like, "Hey, you need to drive for me." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, sure." Whoops, that was my Calvin impression. Yeah, so we drove for Calvin for a while. He's a great dude, and he got that WWF deal, and he threw me into an Undertaker here and a Stone Cold there, and just gave me a lot of time, a lot of seat time. We was having a good time. We'd travel up and down New England, mostly. I didn't go too far, but that's how it got. And then, because I went and moved in and drove for Larry Birch, and he got the Calvin and him were friends, so we ran some more different bodies on the Devil's Dodge, and got to drive the Devil's Dodge, and that was cool. And then I come home, time to build.
All right, so we'll fast forward to now. You say you're building a new truck, so obviously you're replacing one, and now you got your son driving. How cool is that to watch your boy taking over now? I mean, it's weird you're putting him into Lumberjack. I know you named it Lumberjack because of your fondness of big, strong men, but now you're putting your son in it. But how cool is that to have your boy with you on the road?
Let me see. He's right. I don't know if you can see him. He's the one with the Invader shirt. I believe you're calling that my son. He's yeah. I mean, we treat him as
anyway.
What's that?
He's your wife's son anyway.
Yes, there you go. I'm not allowed to pick on him and do nothing, so he gets the good stuff. All the good motor parts. He gets everything good. I get nothing.
But how do you like having him with you? I mean,
I got to show you this stuff. It's going to take me a minute, so I'm going to give this to Chris. But you ought to see this kid. He showed up at, I don't know how many shows you show up at. Everyone, but I mean, he was following us around. He's like a bad tick. I mean, I'm like, get off me! You're sucking the blood out of me. Super fan, and when he draws a skateboard or snowboard or whatever that thing is, and he had books. I mean, picture book, 3-ring binders full, and he showed me. I mean, I think he took pictures. He didn't even know what underwear I was wearing every show. I mean, the kid's super loyal. He's always with me. I mean, everybody where we go, they all know him now. And he's got aliases now because I call him Stink Dicky. I don't know if that's politically correct, but a friend, and then I found out that he's the Flying Furfinator from Massachusetts because his mommy named him Furf. And then our boy up in Michigan, old Mr. Jim Kohler, thought that Stink Diggy wasn't really good, so he named him Flounder. So you have your choice. You see this superstar right here, Mr. Lumberjack. Where are you? There he is. Nice Predator hat from the old what was that? Oh, 90s, yeah. This guy, he knows more about stuff than I do. All I do is put them together. Here, you can talk to the fans and Mr.
While you get out of your brand new truck.
Yeah, because I don't know how to get out of it yet.
So, okay, Flounder. Yes. Tell us about your career in the monster truck world.
Well,
you stalked and got a job, or what happened?
I kind of started like Greg. I started sneaking into pits, and yeah, I did puke on the floor in Hartford Civic Center. But
interviews so far.
I started pushing tires for Greg. We just had a random mud show in Vermont, and he said to Michael at the time that he wouldn't mind having the semi-fat kid help him out. So,
well, he is a semi-fat guy, so you two match.
Yep. So, but we're both slimming down, so we're gonna be happy and healthy. He wants me to show you.
Oh, what do you want you to show us?
The old days. So I'll bring up the picture on my phone here, if you can see it. Where is it? I don't know how to run this thing.
Yeah, because the picture on the phone and a small camera on a podcast, that usually works. So yeah, let's do that.
See, there it is. It's kind of hard to see, but it's on our crustacean page, 2015. But I'm holding the skateboard that I painted in art class in school, and there it is now on his shop wall. 2015, I brought autographs, and there it is on the shop wall. So,
gee, you really come full circle, bud.
Super fan to living the dream.
Super fan to kissing Greg's ass to get behind the seat of a truck.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that boy. It works out. You know what? You do what you got to do.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely.
I kissed his ass. I got behind the wheel of his truck once. He wouldn't let me start it.
You gotta be 6 feet or else I get
Yes, yeah, if it's social distancing.
Yeah, you
Take
two need
safer.
to separate. All right. Well, Flounder, I don't want to talk to you. I didn't ask you to be on the show, so get off.
Well, that's very nice. There you go.
Hi, Greg.
Oh, hey.
All right. So I guess Mason, we got any good comments from the fans so far?
We got a few. Got one from Elliot Miller saying, question for Greg, was there ever a show where you're told not to hit a bus?
Yes, there was this one time. It's a great show in Virginia where a lot of family fun memories are made. I was told not to hit the bus, and I didn't know why. And still to this day, I don't. And
But did you hit it anyway?
Nope. I listened.
Well, there's a first.
No, you couldn't believe it. Nobody can, but I did.
What else
We
you
have
got, Mr.
one from Levi Shones right here, actually asking a question not about JTs and Hooters, but the question is, Greg, what was the deal with the crustacean body at Indianapolis for Monster Jam this year?
Oh, that's an investigation that's still going on. We, Mr. Jim Kohler, I believe, he claims to be the best prankster in all the land, and somehow somebody took a body of mine out of that trailer that we was hauling to go to Dan Patrick's and Jamie Garner's, and he had placed it out on the floor at the Indianapolis show. And know that we caught him, and he does not want to admit that. But so I'm filing proper paperwork, and he thinks playing detective. He doesn't know that I have a whole case file, and we got videos. So Matlock. So we're gonna, I'm Matlock. He calls it, but we've already got him hung. Jim's terrible at anything that competes against me. He can't bowl. The beanbag thing, the cornhole. I mean, he by chance wins one now and then. If you don't let him win, he gets really poopy pants. So. This year we're supposed to do some axe throwing. Obviously, we're gonna have to wait till next year. But Jim just he hates the fact that I whoop on his ass everything we do. I mean, he can drive, but it's because he gets the fans behind him when he goes and so. Other than that, we're super competitive, and he thought he was being funny, and he's not the best prankster in all the land because I'm gonna get him.
Well, who's the better underwater basket weaver?
Oh, that would be. I think that was Bergeron, but he quit.
Yeah.
I don't know if that.
Oh yeah, he was awesome at underwater basket weaving. That's for damn sure.
I mean, how many feet go down? What, 10, 12 feet?
At least. Yeah. If you're not 10, 12 feet deep, it's not worth going.
Oh, maybe it's Court Rummel. He likes to go deep.
Okay, moving on.
Okay. As we push on to more questions here, we have one from John Fitzgerald saying, how much yogurt does Stinky eat now? Is it more or less than you, Greg?
I don't know. How much yogurt do you eat? None? Yeah.
I don't eat the yogurt.
I don't know. Nah, he don't eat the yogurt. So tell Fitzgerald his truck. He's running. He don't know what he's talking about. He's over there in New Hampshire. I think probably pot's legal over there. So he's whacking it. I don't know what he's doing. The damn guy. He's making funny jokes. Can't wait to whip on him this fall. Are we going somewhere this fall with him? You want to see how high turbulence can fly?
Well, remember we're doing that show.
Yeah, turbulence.
Hey, are you talking to him or us?
Who am I talking to?
Okay.
You want me
more questions? I mean, you two can roll over in bed later and talk all you want. Right now, it's my time.
Oh, wow. I didn't know we were married.
Well, you don't have to be married to do what you two are doing.
Easy.
I think
will not be
What else? Is
Okay,
there, Mason?
moving on to more questions after that. We have one from Christopher Allen, and he's saying, "Hi, Greg. How often do you eat at Red Lobster?"
No. Nope. No. No, sir. None.
Not a fan.
I have. It's got to come out of the ocean. Then I know it's fresh. If you guys want fresh lobster, you should call McGolfin Seafood. They'll give you fresh lobster. They put it out of the ocean. They send it to you. You cook it that day, and then you eat. That's as good as it's going to get for you guys not near the ocean. Exit.
Plug successful.
Yeah, you like? I like that. I did that.
That was good. That was good.
That was nice. Nailed it. Looks like we have almost a two-parter right here. One from Corey Snyder saying, "Happy almost 1 year anniversary of Erie Speedway. Also, happy birthday, Stink." And then Elliot Miller chiming in along with him saying, "Stink Dicky, remember when you cried on your birthday?"
I see we got two people on the whole show, and they're bringing up. See, this Cameron, you said this is supposed to be about me.
Well, you brought him in here, so it gets to be about him now.
Yeah, well, this is a good one. I decided, well, my Pete had a running issue, so I had to leave the show early. And then I brought in my faithful friend. He's not even my friend. I don't like him. Elliot Miller drove my truck. Stink Diggy, world racing champion, or Erie freestyle, whatever you did. Anyway, those two had to run the next show by themselves. They had to load my stuff in the trailer because we had a guy coming to pick up the trailer to get it back to Syracuse so I could, get ready for the next week and fix Peterbilt at the same time. I will say, thank you for coming down and doing the show. That took a lot to say to him. But these two clowns decided to go out there and tear the trucks up, which didn't bother me. I wasn't too mad about that. I told them to have fun, just get them in the trailer. But that's where it gets good. So one clown can't even do a wheelie, and he did grenades both front end, rear end in the truck, lobster. And then a guy here goes out and trashes his in freestyle. They can't get him in the trailer. They get the loader operator does damage to my trailer. Then they're late getting it done. And we passed the trailer, and I told Stingy, turn around. I want to go see my trailer, see this damage. And I open up the doors, and the 80-90 weight oil flowed out of my trailer like a river, and it looked like a hot tub in there with pools and parts floating. And then I lost my shit. So I was very happy, and I took Stink Diggy's $90,000 show truck and drove it all the way home. And he didn't say anything, and I was like, "You're lucky I don't total it." They knew that the way that you load, like you know, Cameron, the way you load is a certain piece of the puzzle you got to put together the right way. And there was shit all over the floor. They blew a tire inside the trailer on the transport. I'm like, how the hell do you expect me to change that? I mean, I'm not. There was more shit on the floor. Like it was a swimming. I call it the 80-90 weight hot tub. Yep.
And this was your newer trailer?
New one. So you can see how happy I was.
Oh, nice 50-foot triple drop. Oh.
So I got my Pete's got a blown head gasket. I got two Torrent Moss trucks, a trailer that's got a dent in it, and then it's got, of course, this spooge everywhere of 80-90 weight parts and tools and you name it. It's like they took the sardine opener, sardine can, that opener, they unscrewed my trailer roof, dumped everything in with a loader, and then just flattened the roof out and said, "You're all good to go, buddy."
Send it.
So that's
well, the good thing is nothing's going to rust.
Not now. Nope. No, sir.
Yeah.
Sir. Where we go, we grass when we pull in. There's so much oil underneath that thing.
She should be well lubed.
Yep.
What else you got?
Yeah.
We got one from Christy Smith Winchenbach saying, "Ask about hitting the same bus twice in one show."
Okay. Did you hit the same bus twice in the same show?
This is my wife.
That's your wife.
I like my wife calling in. You should screen your
She needs any excuse to talk to me.
Well, no, she don't need any excuse. But yeah, I can't do that, Cameron. So somebody did a slap wheelie, and I was like, I can do one of them. So I did one, and accidentally hit the bus. And then
The next night.
was it the next night?
It
Yeah.
was the next
And then somebody else did a slap wheelie, and I thought I can do one like better than that, and I
The other
almost
end.
missed the bus, but I hit the goddamn bus again.
Where was that at?
That would be in Scarborough, Maine.
Scarborough, Maine. Nice. Because I believe I remember you hit the butt doing the same thing in Bangor one year.
There's a good chance I probably hit something I wasn't supposed to. Yeah.
Maybe it might have been a van stack. I don't remember, but it seemed like I remember you dropping down and slamming right into something out there one year. Maybe if you did, maybe if you have lobster claws right in front of the windshield, you can see where you're going.
Good point. I should do something about that.
Yeah, you might want to do some. Spread them a little, make them wave.
Well, I'm gonna have to. Let me get with my engineering team on that.
Yeah, write this stuff down.
Good point. Thank you to my wife for sending that question in.
Hi, Christy. Thanks for chiming in.
So now you're up to 4 viewers.
Yep. It's climbing.
We're getting there. Coming back with another question with Chris Frallen, though, he's saying here, were you going to continue running the dark green body before this stupid pandemic?
Nope. That was a 10-year thing. We just wanted to do something different just because we always seem to be red, and we, how we do the blue one. We don't tell anybody. We just show up and it's on and we go, and that ain't worth a crap because it's never been good luck yet. So I don't know what we're going to do this year. We're going to do something different. Maybe not this year. Well, obviously not this year, but next year. You never know. We got all kinds of ideas. We keep them to ourselves.
Well, so now let's talk real quick about, the rest of this year. Do you have many shows, or are you just kind of sitting back waiting for the rest of the year? What's the plans for Bottom Feeder Racing?
Did you just listen? I said, we're not doing this year. Yeah, nothing at all.
Yeah, don't tell your employees.
Not what Cameron would canceled for the year. I mean, I don't have any going. No.
Right. Well, good. That gives you plenty of time to sit and look at a bare chassis.
Well, no. Sting D's doing. He's put some pride in. He's taking pride in this ride. This is the old lobster. He thinks he's downgrading because it's got a few dings and dents. But I'm like, it's proven.
Yeah, it actually worked.
Look, sometime. He's been a couple months. I don't know how to do this thing. Right there. Oh, yeah, you ain't got that done yet. Okay. So, yeah. So this year is out. What else?
What else you got?
It's not really much of a question, but it's just one from Mike Olet saying, Greg, the camera adds 37 pounds.
Wow.
Mikey works at O'Connor's. Tell him to shut the hell up, or I'll push him back out into the traffic when he stopped in front of me.
Wow. God, this I didn't realize this thing was going to be quite so cutthroat tonight.
Everybody's up for everybody right now.
No kidding.
Let him drive my race sled. So,
well, normally we have a very happy, fun-filled, everybody getting along, but I bring you on and everybody's pissed off about something.
Oh, man. That's not good, is it? We have pissed. I thought I liked everybody.
Well, look, I had to bring you on. I need to get my ratings down.
Yeah, you would have exploded into something. You'd been on, I don't know, ABC or something, something big.
Yeah. I was getting there. I was getting close.
Predator, and then Gravedigger's on top of him.
Yeah. Hey, well, let's go to that. And speaking of being on top, let's talk about Detroit one year and you parking on top of Iron Outlaw.
Oh.
You have this over here.
I don't remember that. I've been to Detroit, yeah. Yeah, I do remember that. See, a certain somebody I deal with a lot. I don't know why, but his name is Ellie Miller. He was on the radio and said, "Greg, you're going out like third to last, so do a big dumb wheelie." And I listened again, and you saw what happened. I forgot that there was a little speed bump down at that end, and I felt bad for Tim Mente for a minute. Right? Probably a minute.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have parked there. Actually, he wasn't supposed to park there, Cameron. Your truck was supposed to be there.
Ah, is that what it was? Okay. That's my fault.
Top of Jimmy's truck.
Oh, so that was the plan all along.
It was the plan, but that's what I was told, that Jimmy's truck was supposed to be there, but something they moved around. So I'm sure he wouldn't have been very happy with me.
Well, how many trucks have you parked on during shows? Because I know I've seen it more than once.
Yeah, well, there was this one time, and right here on this wall here, somebody decided to put up. There was this one time when I had a blue body. I was in Connecticut, and whoop, that looks good there. And sorry about the garage part. Shouldn't have showed you that. And then Paul's in the truck. I think, and he's not very happy because I'm going to take that brand new cab right off his truck. But to say sorry, and he was loading his gun in the back, so I thought I probably ought to let him cool down.
Let him cool off a minute before we talk about this.
Paul, super good. Tim was super good about it. They just, but that does say, I put in applications this year because I didn't have my new truck ready. Let's see, Gordo, Jay Gore, he didn't sign me. Vaughters, he didn't let me. Kohler, I'm still waiting. I've been out by my mailbox. I had to come in today to do this, but I've been out by my mailbox waiting for my application to come. He still hasn't sent me one. Who else was we called around? And everybody that was looking for somebody to drive, we called around and offered. And nobody will take me. I don't know what's going on.
I think you're too good.
Yeah. Yes.
I think we'll just lie and say that's what it was.
Changed my name from Gregory Mentz Anderson to Winchenbach. So.
Yeah. Well, Huffaker was already taken, so you couldn't use that one.
Oh, my Cretan's too easy to spell. Needed a long name. So.
I'm with you. What else you got, Mason?
A few more comments, actually, from Shane and Christy asking you, where's Cooper, your little dog?
Right here. Right. A little boy.
She's just worried about the dog.
Oh, the dog goes everywhere with me. Everybody knows that. I mean, one time we went to someplace in Michigan. This family comes up and goes, "Hey, where's your dog?" And I'm like, "Oh, he's home this week. I didn't bring him because we had a bunch of shows to do." And they're like, "Oh, okay. Well, we wanted to come see the little dog," and they left. Continue. That's real. Popping by. Yeah. So that was it.
Well, I mean, ever since I've known you, you've always had a little dog riding on the center console pickup truck.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We used to go to Tennessee with your Uncle Bill. Remember that? No?
Huh?
Hello?
What?
You remember that?
I think he's talking to someone off screen.
No, I'm not talking to anybody.
Oh, okay. Good talk.
Oh, what did he say? I'm confused. He's confused.
Yeah.
We're all confused.
I am. You make this confusing.
Yeah. Tell him to quit talking.
Yeah, quit talking. Whoever it was. Yeah, me.
What else you got, Mason?
All right,
Yeah.
let's tune it back to the questions here. One from Alex Pecorelli, looks like more of a story. Greg gave me a hat one time. It was a prized possession that I threw away.
It wasn't very nice. He threw it away.
Apparently.
I gave him a scented hat. He had a nice scented hat. Better than gear oil smell. Or it was a scented
This one
hat.
you made it. Cool.
I did make it for him.
Yeah. And you just threw it away, huh?
Yeah.
You just can't get no.
I want him to elaborate on this story. I'm going to leave that alone. Hi, Pecker.
Probably better.
All right. I'll move on to one more question before I have Cam come on with the story about your new chassis here. We have one from Tina Jones Smith asking, Scotty wants to know if Greg likes Larry.
Larry. I hate Larry. I'm so glad he's gone. And he still owes me a Wii remote because he stole it from my kids. And then this fat kid named Caden Berry, he got a hot pepper in the eye, and I had to pay the bill on that. So, yeah, no, Larry's a troublemaker. Scotty? Can't say that now. It's politically.
So let's talk about the new chassis. I mean, so obviously it's going to be your new crustacean. Are you nervous at all about? I mean, you got so used to your truck, you could drive it anywhere you wanted, do anything you wanted with it, knew exactly what it was going to do. How hard do you think it's going to be to adjust to a brand new piece, completely different design?
Yeah. I don't know what the hell I'm doing with the old one still. I don't know. Just do what we did the last time. We're going to go out there and hit something, and hopefully it don't hurt too bad, and hopefully the fans get into it. And I don't know. Once I get going, the people are into it, then I get cranked up, and then I don't usually care what happens until I load up my trailer and start thinking about it. And then it kind of bums you out a little bit if I had your money, Cameron, I wouldn't be bummed out. But I figured I got a few more years left, I hope. So at least break it in before Scoob takes over. Or then I got little boy, and I don't know. I guess I'll, I'm already broke. So how much further can you go backwards, Dad? I don't know. We're looking to have fun with it. I mean, that's why we do this stuff. All of us do that. We want to have fun. We like these big, goofy, tired trucks and making people cheer and have a good time and smile and wave, and that's what we do it. And we're just going to go out there and try it. You know, I don't practice. We don't have no test track thanks to my dirt digger guy. So we'll just show up at a show, and people sometimes go, man, you look like shit tonight. And I'm like, well, you try walking after you get out of that thing. But we're going to find out what it likes to do, and then, we just go with that for a little bit, and then I'm hoping to keep that wheelie thing. Most people know that truck. The Lobster is a wheelie machine, and hopefully I can make this new one do that. Because bringing a little bit of variety to these shows with the big air and then the stoppies and everything else that's going on. Some people like to still see a good wheelie and crack off a long ride wheelie, so I'll do my part. If that's the part of the show that is missing, I want to be able to do that. So I hope that this new one does that. If not, we'll make it do it.
So let's talk about some of your favorite venues. I mean, what are some of the favorite places you go that you got either good memories from or you just enjoy the track?
Well, I do hate, Bridgeport, Connecticut. The fans are great, but that's where I met Elliot Miller, so I hate that. He brought me to Soaring Eagle, and Soaring Eagle, definitely, I love running at home, New England, especially Maine. But that Soaring Eagle place, I don't know what it was about that place. I was intimidated when I first showed up, and I was doing really, I don't know if you call it smooth, probably lucky, but I was racing on deep into the field, and then me and Devin, I believe, got together. That was the first year, right? I got to ask my IT remembrance guy. Then the next year, I don't know. I got disqualified because of somebody, Matt Looker. Can't see what the hell I'm doing. Disqualified. You didn't hit this dirt jump that was an inch high. So I was making it all the way to that one. And then the final year we did it, I won it. And it was just I don't know. I guess it's a driving course. It's a really long course, probably the longest one I've ever been on. And it was neat because it wasn't about the speed and the horsepower as it was about knowing how to slow down on some of the jumps and where you could air it out on some other ones, and then the turns and stuff like that. So Soaring Eagle is probably the best place. Next to that, we went to Chicago a few times. That was pretty fun, but I was pretty bruised up from a couple of shows before that. So the long tracks, I really liked. I tried Charlotte. I made it halfway through qualifying, but it was damn fun till that part. Lost a transmission. So I like that stuff. I don't care where it is. As long as I got that one fan, Cameron, I got one fan. I got to go out there and try to keep happy and try to keep him my fan. So that's all I want to do.
Well, I'll try to make it, teach one.
Oh, good. Thank you. All right.
You know one. So,
Can you buy some tank tops I got? I got the lobster claws.
yeah, we'll try. We'll see. So our main question we ask every single guest on here is, tell us one of your favorite road stories. Just something that happened either traveling or with another team or at a show, just something goofy that happened, pranks, anything like that.
Well, all right, here's mine. So I don't know what year it was. Feld time, 4 or 5 years ago. Caden was with us back then. Don't know Caden Berry. He worked for me, Monster Blog, and just went on to be the show director for Feld and Monster Jam. Caden was with us. We were headed to Michigan. It was called, and John Killinger. And that guy's feet stunk so bad. I was like, what is that smell? We're driving across Pennsylvania. I thought, what is that smell? Johnny's like, I think it's his shoes. So I took his shoes and I told Johnny to put the window down, and I threw his goddamn shoes out the window. And we put up. It's time to go in, and Cade's like, hunt for his shoes. I'm like, you got to go in the store to get your shoes. And he's like, well, you know what? And I'm like, threw them out because they stunk so bad. So he was pretty mad. We got through. We went on to Toronto. Toronto, he got mad at me because I yelled at him for stepping on my rear steering cable and breaking it. And he quit. And some issues there. My wife forgot to put some money in it, so he was broke. His phone died. He had no charger. He quit. And me and John are in there fixing a shock after the show, and he down and he looked like the Hamburglar. He was so mad. He had dark Halloween costume or something. And I just at him, and he goes, I'm quitting. I'm going home. I'm like, you freaking whatever. And I was like, we're in Canada. You got to swim across the river, and you're going to get shot. You got no phone, no money. So you might as well hang out with us until we get back into America. So that was a pretty good. But he calmed down, and he was good after that until I beat him with a pressure washer wand because he wouldn't shut it off the right way. But, yeah. And believe it or not, we still talk. We're still friends.
Yeah, that happens. You'll have moments like that on the road together.
So, I don't know. There's a lot of stories. I mean, Michael could sing me songs when he was asleep. He'd fall asleep before he even left the driveway. When Stinky gets tired, he tells me songs about his mom, or about his dad, and that's usually some entertainment that keeps me awake. You name it. Oh, Stink Diggy's my navigator. So we're going to go past the scales in Virginia. That he says if you want to get off early and avoid the scales, you should go this way, and I do. And DOT's like welcome me with open arms. He goes, "Bucks." I'm like, I'm on the off ramp before you decide to change your mind. So
4 miles before.
that was good. I don't like them guys because they, want to write you a ticket for whatever. And here I am driving right into them thanks to my co-pilot.
Might as well just flash a light at him, let him know you're coming.
So I don't even know. There's a bunch of them. Oh God. Some of them I probably shouldn't say on the
Mason, do we have any more questions or comments from anybody coming in?
Still quite a few. We have one from Frank Werner asking, what's worse, getting out of a truck for an interview? What's worse, getting out of the truck for an interview or an interview with Matt Looker?
Wow.
Yeah.
good one. No questions. Usually I do that. He wins. Give him my prize of the Polish Cannon CD remake.
He gets to keep
Matt
that.
Looker. Yeah, he can have that. I mean, Matt Looker, he can't. I don't even know. I don't know. Elliot hired this guy. I don't know where he found him. Yeah. Oh, you're disqualified for everything you do. So, and the Lobster won one. 2 of them racing. Oh shit.
He's more surprised than anybody. I wasn't actually watching. Poor Matt Looker.
Poor guy.
It still owes me 70 Fresca.
Sends you Fresca?
Yeah, Fresca. This Fresca's good. You like Fresca?
No, I don't.
Well, don't drink it.
I'm not. Thanks for the tip.
No problem. Try something different.
All right. Well, tuning it back to question before you guys get out of fight here. We have one from Tim Mente asking, tell us your best Mike Thompson story.
Oh, yeah. God rest his soul. Let's hear a good Mike Thompson story.
Oh my God. I don't even know where to start with Michael's. Best Mike Thompson. Well, one when we went 17 miles with another guy driving. That was pretty good. Let me think here. Mike Thompson story. What's a good Mike Thompson story? Yeah, I got to do one for the ARPG. I don't even know. Jeez, I got to think about this one. Michael helped me build the new truck. He had that thing upside down before it even. I don't even know if he had all the tubes built in it yet. He was at it upside down. I don't know. Every time you're with Mike, it's just everything. I mean, that guy could recite every movie, and he puts it into. You know how this works, kid. Into whatever you're doing, he'll start reciting the movie to you, and I'm like, him racing out of the new trailer with his like kid's Jeep, Barbie type Jeep thing or whatever it was, with a helmet on. I mean, the guy just made you laugh all the time. Big part of this team, really was. I mean, he built the Jack. Actually, thanks to Tim, he allowed his brother and him to drive down to Tennessee and buy that chassis. It was almost finished, and they brought it back up here for me, so I didn't have to go get it. And Michael took a big role in building that thing and making it what it was. I definitely had Tommy and Todd and everybody else that pitched in, but Michael took that thing under his wing. He played the part really well. He dressed up. We didn't even have crew shirts. I mean, we were so behind the gun getting it done, and he put his own imagination. You saw him at the shows, and they weren't afraid to. I mean, the best thing, it's his birthday, so his birthday's going around. Hartford, Connecticut, we're doing intros. I come back, we had to pull in. I look over, and the grill is swinging like this, and I'm like, why is the freaking grill swinging in my brand new truck? And I'm looking over it, and Mike's going, why did you stop? I'm like, because the truck in front of me stopped. He rear-ended me. So, I'm going to break. The guy in front of me stops. I stop. You should stop. No, not Michael. Into me. And you'll see the birthday. I mean, every year I had him, we were going somewhere, and his parents gave him his dad there, brought him some cupcakes that one time. So every year after that, he got cupcakes on his birthday. But yeah, he's got his picture of his birthday with his face through my grill. Brand new truck. Just got it done. The hole punched in the grill, and the grill swinging, and then him eating his cupcake. We have to do fuel tax, Cameron. You must know what that's doing, hauling the trucks. And I'd always make the guys ride with me. I'm like, hey, stay awake, write down, I'd call it do your homework. You got to write down the miles in each state. And Michael would be sleeping, and he would start singing the song, 179 miles of Maine, 16 in New Hampshire, 99 miles of Massachusetts. And he just keeps singing. I'm like, go back to bed. Never mind. It's all good. So I did be him doing his that's oh my God, that was something. Yeah, he decided to do it, and he had tighty whities that he tried to make into that style of undergarment that them sumo wrestlers wear, and he was doing it, and it was see. Oh yeah, yeah. Then we put powdered Tide in his bed. He's got up the next day. He's like, "Man, I'm so itchy." I'm like, "Oh no, I don't know." Like, he was pretty having a good time. You and Brandon Vincent throwing potato chips at each other. It's got to be what it is. So it was always fun. I don't know what to say.
One of my favorite ones will always be a video came out from a guy out in Vegas, did a thing called Big Trucks. Goofy guy just walking around Monster Jam pit party and stuff, and he talking about the big trucks. You got to do all this stuff, and he goes into the crowd for the show, and he up there and he gets the crowd chanting big trucks, So we were doing a show in West Virginia, and Michael was actually announcing the show for Vodders. And I told Mike, just joking around, I said, you get that crowd chanting big trucks, I'll pay you $10. And I'll be goddamn if I'm not walking through the pits at one point and all of a sudden I hear, I say big, you say trucks, big trucks, big trucks. God damn it, I just lost $10. He was so proud of himself. I think he stopped right there and came back and got his damn money. I don't even think he waited until the show was over. But he was
That's Michael. Anything, I mean, I don't know. He took care of me. He was good. We went home one night from this. Yeah. You know, he used to fight. We used to, what's his brother says, Apple says to me, I'm the guy he loves to hate or something, you know, and Maine's the place he loves to hate. We used to fight like brothers. I mean, he'd get so mad at me, and it was over stupid stuff, but then I'd be home on the couch, and I'd be like, Michael, how's Facebook? And he'd go, how's being an asshole, Greg? And then I'd lay on his lap, and he'd start patting my head, and I was patting the dog, and so something else, but yeah, I sure do miss the guy. I mean, great with people, like you said, man. I don't know how many times we woke up if we drive in and I'd sleep for a minute, you know, and I'd wake up and he'd be like, raise your hand. And I'm like, huh? What? Ah, my God. Because he'd be reciting Plane Train. That's my favorite. He'd be like, is it to pillows? And I'm like, no, it's not. So that's my Michael.
Yeah. You got a couple more before we shut this down there, Mr. Mason?
Yep, got a few more we can end off here. We have one from Jeremy Hossman asking, rumor has it that you are teaming up with Johnny Liquefier. Any truth to that? And are you running Carsley, I can't pronounce that, chit hooks or Zealand tires on the new chassis?
Well, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, Johnny Liquefier, and what was mine? We're doing a Gregory LT Greg. Yeah, Gregory LT Greg. We're gonna do this jump because you saw the Feld jump, and we're gonna do one where I'm gonna be riding the kid's bike, Hassan Pfeffer's kid, his bike down this ramp. We're gonna jump into Lake Michigan while Hassan Pfeffer, aka Johnny Liquefier, is paddling a canoe with Elliot in an inner tube. And it's going to be a successful jump when we do this. And then we went up to a place, and we got talking to a guy, kind of monster jamish, and he was going to come in and make his debut with his brand new truck. It just wasn't there yet. And we wanted to know if he had Carlisle shit hook tires or if he had the New Zealand tires, and he wasn't sure which tires he had yet. So he just told us how we didn't do it right, and we wanted him to come save the day, and he didn't show up. I don't know what happened. I think he was taken away. Security, yeah. So every once in a while you get that one, and I don't know. I'm not sure. Should I run the Carlisle shit hooks? I mean, they're still in the development stages, but if I can get them done in time, yeah.
You got time to finish them up.
We got to do what?
You said you got time to finish them up.
Yeah. Well, I think we got enough helium and got the big contractor bag still. Yeah, we should have them done. Yeah. Percy's got the wheels, 55 gallons. What about the moon rocks? Oh, you guys don't know about my moon rocks in my new chassis, right?
No, we're going to talk about that in a second. I was going to go to one more question, then we were going to talk about that.
Keep it top secret.
You got one more, Mason?
Yep, I want to make sure we end on a really good last question here. And this is actually from John Fitzgerald again. He's asking for your advice. What advice would you give a new monster truck owner?
Sell it.
Sell it. Yeah, sell it now, quickly. Get what you can out of it. Or you can owe thousands of dollars when you have no money and you just keep going into debt and you go into more debt and then yeah.
Then you're officially a monster truck owner.
Is that what it is? I don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't think. Yeah. We just feel them and use them. So just keep doing it. You gotta keep doing it. I don't know. Bang your head off the wall and you keep doing it. But if you love it, you'll find ways to make it happen.
Yeah.
And if the eye catches up with me, I'll run out of ways to make it happen. But right now we're gonna keep going.
Well, so let's talk about the new chassis. And you had kind of some cool things done to it that never been done before. You actually came up with a new design to have moon rocks in the chassis. What was behind that, and what was the reasoning for it, and do you think it's going to work?
Well, good chassis. Yeah, I was looking at the old Team Pag Bottom. They've been up here almost every summer. Spend some time and looking at them, and watching them jump and fly. I'm like, wow, that's gonna be cool to have something that mine always flew nose high. Well, it didn't really fly. It did get off the ground a couple times. When I was talking to Dan, I said, hey, I want the moon rocks out of that Samson chassis that you did in Wilmsburg, when it was really fast before it wrecked. And he's like, what? And I'm like, so when I was talking to Peg Bottom, I started this thing where I just was like, yeah, I'm changing this, and I'm going to move this bar here, and I'm going to do this here. And he's like, why? And I was like, well, I'm putting the moon rocks in this self-leveling. So when I go up in the air, they roll back and forth inside my chassis. Hope it's self-level. So I'm going to be really, really fast. I'm going to kick everybody's ass. And I believe, if it's right, yeah. He actually called Dan and asked him about it. But Pag Bottom, I do have little charging valves in this chassis, and we pump in the helium. So I'm going for big air. Right? So Jim, the top secret, I was so into secrecy, I had to give Dan Patrick my social security number and my, what was it, my visa or something? Passport, yeah, that was it. So.
Well, have you got one last one, Mason?
Let's see. I wonder if we can redeem ourselves after the last one with John here. Let's see. Oh, here's one from Chris Rundell asking, what's your favorite Frank Warner story?
Left the window open in my wife chewed my ass for like days because of it, because there was flies in there everywhere, moss and everything else. So that would be a good one. Huh? That's Frank. Frank's my buddy, and he can sing. And right, he sang at one of the shows.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I like Frank. I don't like Wicker. Hate Elliot. That whole team I work with.
Well, Greg Winchenbach, I appreciate you coming on, dude. It's been fun. Had a lot of good stories. We appreciate it. We wish the family and you and the whole Bottom Feeder Racing team luck. And
it's the icon. With Thomas Durkee Temple, we come in and pray before we work on Watch Truck. See him up there?
yeah,
Plastic on so it wouldn't get dirty. I made that. Sent it to me. I don't know why, but it made it. That's what I deal with. This is what happens when you do this stuff. You bump your head, you get on it. And this is what you do. This is fun. Right there, that's fun. We think.
Well, I want to thank you
You're
for.
never going to do this again, right?
Yeah, I'm never having you on again. This was the last time. I'll shut this damn. I'll turn this into a goddamn pottery podcast before I have you back on. And
basket weaving thing underwater.
It's been fun, buddy. I appreciate you coming on. Thanks to Dingle Dork there for joining us.
Dingle Dork.
Yeah, whatever his name is. The Dingaling.
See how he dressed up for the occasion? I mean, that's got my kid who's going to take over, but nobody wants to work for him because he won't fix nothing. So that's going to be great.
That should go great.
All right, so come up and take over. Hey, Mason.
Yeah.
You didn't pee your pants? No, a little bit. All right, I see the thumb. All right, cool. You got it. Is that the thumb, or did he do that? How did he do that? There you go. Just kind of giggling off to the side. It's because he sees camera. Oh, they want me to stop talking? Cameron fell asleep.
God, this is like watching paint dry. All right, Greg. Thanks for being on. We gotta go. We got other stuff to do that's not this.
All right. Love you.
Love you more. Thanks, buddy.
All right. Wow.
Oh, good Lord. Yeah. Anybody know what a stroke feels like? Look at
That was
that.
long-winded.
All right, guys. Well, we appreciate everybody watching. And that was a good one. Mason, you got some sponsors to try and make up here and maybe talk about?
Yeah, let me write down the notes here real quick one more time. We have Florida Sauce Slinger's own Spur Hot Sauce. The Florida Sauce Slinger's own is a hot sauce, local-based business where the Southwest meets the Southeast in a clang of hot and tangy flavors. My camera nearly died just there. I'm still even on air.
You're here.
All right, just making sure my phone nearly died right there. When you want to spice things up at your next meal, think of Spur Hot Sauce. Make sure to give them a like and contact on Facebook or Instagram and tell them MonsterCast sent you. We also still have with us Monster Truckinator TV, the place to go on Facebook for all things new and old monster truck related. James actually from the page was super nice and gave us a package here that should be arriving, I think, at the end of the day here, because we actually have what looks to be, let's see how many followers we have on our Facebook right now. We, as of now, have just passed 1,000 people. We're actually at 1,002 followers now. So I'd like to thank everybody for following with us and staying with us these past few months. We've really enjoyed it. So we'll be coming out with a giveaway pretty soon here. Thanks to James and Monster Truckinator TV. Thanks for everything they've been doing for us and getting us this package here. So we'll go into more of these details in a later episode. Cam, anything else you want to end on here?
Well, I just want to say, make sure you join us Sunday. It should be back at our normal time, our normal Sunday time at 8 Eastern, 7 Central. We'll have John Zimmer and John Zimmer Jr. We were going to have them on earlier here a couple months ago. We ended up doing the shelter-in-place game. So we postponed them, but we were going to get them on. And I just want to thank everybody for sticking with us tonight. They can't all be winners. So, yeah, on that note, see you Sunday.
Catch it.